You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible. Yesterday, we discussed the Future Act, of course, a bill that will greatly benefit HBCUs when it comes to STEM. Congress is going to be voting this hour for this bill. It could impact, of course, nearly 4 million students, more than 1/4 of all undergraduates in the country, if, of course, this is not passed. Universities serving these students, and they face the elimination of federal funding for this particular project. And so the bill is called the Fostering Undergraduate Talent by Unlocking Resources for Education Act, again, or Future Act. It's a bipartisan bill designed to help to deal with this very issue. Joining us right now is the co-sponsor of the Futures Act, Republican Mark Walker of North Carolina. Glad to have you on the show. What is it looking like? It's going to be a vote. Yesterday, Congresswoman Alma Adams said it requires a 2/3 vote. That's what Michael Lomax of the UNC have said as well. Are you confident the votes are there to actually get this bill passed?
I am confident because even though we had some opposition rolling on the floor, there's a procedure where it can pass by voice vote or where someone calls for a roll call vote. Usually that's to put people on record if somebody calls for a roll call vote. I would hope that it passes by voice vote. I'm fairly confident that it will, but stranger things have happened on the floor, and we're there. Watch, in about 20 minutes, we'll be opening up the floor. This will be one of the first things we take up.
Got some folks who would oppose a bill dealing with education for young folks, and Representative Adams said the bill pays for itself. I mean, so it's not like it's adding to the federal deficit.
Absolutely. I think one of the oppositional pieces is they didn't like the funding stream. They felt like that the college debt as a whole is a problem. So they're coming in from a different angle. However, this is something that I believe is important. Last Congress, we were able to plus up HBCU funding $14 million. So this time we're looking to extend the $86 million. And listen, for me, it's personal. My wife is a family nurse practitioner at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. She's a 2-time graduate HBCU alum. Also, I represent the largest HBCU in the country, North Carolina A&T. So this is something that we've been working with Representative Alma Adams from the very beginning.
And so, again, the HBCU community, they've put a full force, full court press on this, trying to have folks call in, send emails, things along those lines. And so, again, you have Democrats who are, of course, in the majority as well, but this requires 2/3. Just explain to the folks why it requires 2/3 as opposed to a majority.
Well, the reason that it requires 2/3 is because you're reauthorizing something. A simple passage is of anything, piece of legislation, just requires simple majority without going, as your audience knows, it goes to the Senate and eventually the president's desk. You're reauthorizing something, you need the 2/3, and I think that's why the kind of funding that's needed would require the 2/3. But as I said earlier, I don't think this gets to the place where you're actually putting your card in behind the seats, pushing the button. I think it's going to pass with a voice vote unless somebody calls for the roll call vote. I don't anticipate that, but as I said earlier, it could happen. I just hope that it doesn't.
All right, then. We're Representative Walker. We certainly appreciate you joining us. What does it look like for the Senate? Last question.
I think it'll be good. My friends, Senator Tim Scott and Doug Jones from Alabama, have been doing the bicameral counterpart. So I think we're going to be good to go from over on that side. So hopefully within an hour or so, it'll be to the House and we'll have some good news to report.
All right, Representative Walker, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Roland.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, you've heard me talk a lot about marijuanastock.org because I want to keep you informed of investment opportunities that make sense. And we've all watched the growth of the cannabis industry. A recent report by New Frontier Data estimates the global cannabis market at more than $340 billion. We know that marijuana legalization is sweeping the country state by state. We also know that marijuana has a good cousin, the hemp plant, with a much higher concentration of CBD. That means hemp gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Until recently, hemp farming was practically illegal in the U.S. and heavily regulated by the DEA. However, the 2018 Farm Bill changed all of that, making it legal to grow hemp CBD in the U.S., creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. They need land to grow all the plants, and that's where our good friends at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to licensed, high-paying tenants. That's right, there are hemp CBD landlords. And you can get in on the action. Now, what they've done, 420 Real Estate has done is offer this special deal for the folks who watch Roland Martin Unfiltered. Originally, the minimum investment level was $500. Now you can invest in this crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200 up to $10,000. Again, this is a $340 billion industry that is still growing. You can participate with as little as $200. To invest, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game and get in the game now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.